All right, let's take a look. Infinity Nikki review by Eurogamer 14 hours ago. Well, let's take a look.
After spending over 40 hours in the batty, fashion-obsessed world of Mirrorland, I think Infinity Nikki might just replace Genshin as the new standard that future open-world gacha games are compared to. The main reason
That's crazy. Replace Genshin as the new standard. That's insane.
Gacha games are compared to. The main reason I suspect we'll all be
Okay,
changing
the level of detail here is pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. All right, the level of detail here is pretty nice, I would say.
changing the target of our eye.
I feel like the face, the fact that you can't customize it, you can't customize the character either. I feel like she looks way too much like a doll, and she doesn't have a lot of expressions. That's probably my biggest gripe about the model. Like, I don't really mind playing a dress-up game or a game where you're the whole market or I guess items to grind for are outfits. I think that's kind of cute. But the lack of customization here is like, for me, it's weird.
Eye rolling is because while developer Infold Games has clearly nabbed a fair few ideas from Genshin Impact's now signature open world design, it's
Absolutely.
the first of these post-Genshin
That dress
style
was nice,
of games
by the
to
way.
hit the sweet spot between emulation and innovation. Infinity Nikki is actually the 5th installment in the Nikki series, with previous entries only available on mobile. Don't worry about missing out on too much context though, as this latest entry seems to be a brand new take on the fairy tale-esque world of Mirrorland, along with alternate versions of pink-haired protagonist Nikki and her adorable barbecue-loving cat Momo. With Infinity
barbecue?
Nikki, the
That's
series'
cute.
focus on dress-up menus and visual novel-like storytelling has shifted to an open world for Nikki to jump, float, and cycle her way across.
Maybe all I needed to
There's
see
still
was
a
good
huge
outfits.
focus on fashion, with thousands of outfit pieces available at launch, gacha banners to pull on for slightly fancier outfits.
I ain't gonna lie though, it's gonna look so weird playing this game, and it's like, yeah, let's come up with some outfits, guys. It's very interesting. This is cute too. Yeah. Is this like Dress to Impress but gacha? That would be insane. That would be an insane like multiplayer collaborative stream, but you would have to be a giga fucking whale. That would be insane. Dude, oh my god, wait. Multiplayer for this game could be kind of cool, right? Imagine. Wait, just imagine, okay? Imagine Asmongold style WoW mount-offs or just transmog contests. But it's this fucking game. Because those those stream segments are literally just fashion shows. They're literally fashion shows, and Asmongold is just roasting the fuck out of his participants. That's like literally it. It's like American Idol light, or So You Think You Can Dance light, you know, or America's Got Talent, whatever. That's literally what it is. That would be so funny if there was like multiplayer for this game and it was a fashion show and we could just shit on everyone's outfit and pick whichever's the best. That'd be so funny.
Bonkers wild building where style is
That'd be
worshipped
insane,
in tandem
actual,
with
like,
ancient
insane
gods.
content.
Only now, your main reason for dressing Nikki up is to simply look cute while exploring. A struggle many girls, gays, and theys can appreciate.
Sure.
Initially, during my first few hours
looks
in
nice.
Mirrorland, it didn't
Okay,
really
there's a
seem
lot of variety of outfits. I will say this is the first time I'm sort of having this thought from all the gameplay trailers I've seen. This girl has a variety. She has a fucking wardrobe, dude, and it's actually kind of crazy.
like there was anything particularly remarkable about it. There's the usual chests that reward in-game currency.
Because all I see is bitch.
Remarkable about it.
All I see is bitch with this hair. Like the long twin tails. That's all I see, and it kind of feels like not so many designs are there, but there actually is a lot of designs.
There's the usual chests that reward in-game currency, resources like flowers, bugs, and fish to collect for outfit crafting, puzzles and minigames, side quests, and
I hate puzzles and minigames. Fuck that shit.
Hundreds of Korok seed-like collectibles.
I ain't gonna lie. I have like there's a 99% chance when I play this game I fall asleep.
Called Whimstars to discover and challenge. However, as I made my way through the 6 mini
That's a
regions
cute outfit.
available at launch, I started to take notice of all the extra touches added for seemingly no other reason than to make your journey as upbeat and memorable as possible. Things
That's a
like
cute
photo
outfit, too.
challenges perfect for soaking in the fairy tale sights, magical hops.
Yo, this reviewer, this girl is farming, dude. She's actually has some pretty good outfits.
Watch that changes Nikki's clothes.
I ain't gonna lie, if I play Infinity Nikki, I'm gonna be the sweatiest gamer ever. I'm not gonna pay attention to anything the story says. I'm not gonna look at any dialogue. I'm not gonna play any voices. I'm just gonna be like gunning through all the fucking puzzles just so that I could have a big fat wardrobe. That's it. I'll be the power gamer of Infinity Nikki.
With every skip, and a whimsical
the story.
bicycle used to pedal across
I'll
rolling
metagame the
hills
fuck out of
and
this
hop
shit.
to impossible heights with.
We're gonna have Infinity Nikki guides.
There are some moments where Infinity Nikki isn't all shiny, happy vibes, but even then it's endearingly silly. This is a land filled with cheesy villain monologues, disputes settled by who the best dressed is, and a peculiar,
Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna listen to a single fucking dialogue.
slightly uncomfortable religious rivalry between the fairy-like Fey Wish sprites and a group of anthropomorphic floating clothes, the PCs. Oh,
What the fuck are those things?
and there's a character called Old Fanny Packy, a good indicator of just how brilliantly absurd the writing is, which, of course, includes the main story.
I don't know what kind of suffering these things go through, but they probably deserve it.
Nikki and Momo start their magical Mirrorland journey when they get unceremoniously whisked there from their own world.
Oh my god, that dress is beautiful. What the fuck?
After Nikki touches a
That
swanky
dress is great.
red dress while searching her dusty attic. The pair soon meet a goddess who tasks Nikki with finding all of the miracle outfits so she can save the world. Somehow.
I ain't gonna lie, this review is selling the game. This review is selling the game hardcore to me. I really, everything else I've seen about this game made it look like shit.
That part isn't too clear, but oh well, there's a brand new mystery waiting for Nikki after she meets the residents of Floral Wish, a quaint town with an old-fashioned dress sense. There have been some unexplained occurrences of people slipping into comas around Floral Wish, with the task of solving the case falling to the town's Stylist Guild. Because, in Mirrorland, those with an eye for fashion are best served to also double up as private investigators, I guess? Nikki, impeccably dressed as she is, soon becomes a junior stylist and is essentially promoted to chief coma investigator. As Nikki's investigation continues, we're introduced
I'll make guides on how to collect all the flowers in Infinity Nikki.
to more areas of Mirrorland,
How to min-max your Eureka score.
with each sporting a different look, soundtrack, and usually a brand new traversal method.
How to cop the best fucking dresses in this game.
The story might be a bit ridiculous, but its daft charm doesn't overstay its welcome, thanks in large part to the brevity of each chapter. In fact, the same can be said for almost all parts of Infinity Nikki. There may be a lot of side activities to partake in, but it's all very manageable. Like side quests, for example, which tend to be blissfully short. The random quest types are even shorter still, only lasting between 30 seconds and 2 minutes. So, instead of feeling like unnecessary bloat, these extras are often quick distractions that act as a way to guide you towards interesting characters.
Yo, how to unlock all the hairstyles. This one's cute. I like bob cuts.
And factions, or reveal a little more about Infinity Nikki's surprisingly deep lore. Quite the deviation from the Genshin formula, where everything feels like it's far longer than it has any need to be. An example of Infinity Nikki smartly choosing what not to take from Genshin Impact instead, as was its decision to almost nix combat completely. You never kill anything in Infinity Nikki. Instead, you purify it with one of Nikki's...
No, I'm killing them. I'm destroying them. I don't know if I could say it in today's climate without being cancelled, but I'm destroying them.
These special ability outfits, with these themed costumes acting as exploration tools.
What
Sometimes
the
you
fuck was that
automatically
frame
swap
rate?
to
Was that real? Was that actually... Did they keep that in the video?
as exploration
Oh my god, they
tools.
did.
Sometimes
Yo.
you automatically swap to an outfit to perform a specific action, like when you fire an orb from Nikki's purification outfit, or when double jumping to get Nikki to float a
Ooh.
short distance. Most of the time though, you bring up an ability wheel and pick what you need to do from there.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, I ain't gonna lie. Having different outfits for different tools in the game so that you could perform different gameplay fucking facets. I think that's kind of cool. That's kind of sick.
Wheel and pick what you need to do from there. Fishing, catching bugs, fixing electrical equipment, there's even an outfit dedicated to just floating. For the most part, that's basically all there is to combat in Infinity Nikki. Although, very occasionally, a boss does pop up. The fact that I was shocked when I encountered my first boss shows just how rare fighting is in the game. I realise this was probably a decision made to appeal to a younger and more casual audiences, but speaking as someone who is far beyond fed up of farming for gear in similar games, the simplicity of combat in Infinity Nikki is about 10 steps past welcome at this point. On the other hand, something unfortunately all too familiar with open world gachas is how buggy Infinity Nikki is right now. For the most part, these are inconsequential moments more funny than anything else, but there are more annoying bugs and technical issues I encountered too, like an inconsistent stutter while playing on PC, random hard crashes, and a dreaded quest progression problem that stopped me from seeing the end of the story for days.
Bro,
To their
what?
credit, Infold Games did fix this progression problem soon after it was flagged, although with all of the hard crashes I initially found. That said, I doubt the launch version will be entirely free from similar bugs, glitches, and crashes. A lot of Infinity Nikki's...
I'm telling you guys, the sweaty endgame is literally, I do a stream, you guys log into my game session, and we do like a transmog contest. Like a good old Asmon Gold style transmog contest or a mount off. That, I think literally, like, that's actually good content. That would be so fucking shit. And yeah, like a fashion show, right? Where we just like shit on everyone's outfits except like whoever pays me outside of the stream.
Jank has already been fixed since the game's last beta, so I suspect there will be a point where it isn't quite so buggy to play. But for now, it's one of the only things getting in the way
That'd be
of
sick.
fully enjoying my jaunts about Mirrorland. Then we have the other, seemingly
Oh my god, you could
inescapable
play as Elsa.
issue with mobile-focused open-world games these days, Gacha. As Infinity Nikki is a dress-up game at heart, the banners you spend your in-game currency on don't feature new characters. Instead, they offer exclusive outfits for Nikki. While there are lots of ways to get outfits and clothing pieces for free just by exploring and completing quests,
Elegant, fresh, sweet, sexy. You can max sexy. That's my new guide, guys. How to max your sexy stat. And cool.
banner outfits can't be earned through any other method other than spending in-game currency. This currency can be slowly earned by completing tasks in the game for free, or you can buy premium packs and convert them into what you need to pull on banners. These exclusive costumes do tend to look more...
Holy shit. This outfit's hot. This outfit's super sexy. My stream title is going to be like, making the goonerest outfits in Infinity Nikki.
desirable than the free ones, but not by much. Not so much better that I feel like spending ridiculous sums of money to get them. Infinity Nikki has the usual gacha pity system, where you're guaranteed a 4-star outfit piece every 10 pulls, and a 5-star outfit piece every 20 pulls. You're also guaranteed to get a different 5-star piece within 20 pulls, meaning you only start to get duplicates once you've completed a set. This works out as...
Oh, I can't believe I'm being sold on this game. This review is actually selling me. This review's actually selling me. I'm actually kind of hyped. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, December 5th it comes out. I think we'll actually play this game. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm gonna be playing literally the most feminine gacha game in existence.
As the old standard of getting what you want from a limited banner
That's
within
wild.
180 polls. However,
This is the soyest gacha game, and I want to play it.
Ludicrous premium currency prices is also
this game feels for a female audience. It is. It is.
In place, as it costs around £345 or $435 to buy what you need to make up 180 pulls. An absurd amount of money to spend on a digital outfit. Thankfully, apart from the appeal of dressing Nikki up in a nice new outfit, there's almost no reason to pull on banners. Each outfit...
Okay, I honestly think puzzles like this, where it's so like animation gated, is cringe as fuck.
Each outfit piece does come with stats.
I'm gonna post hit pieces on Infinity Nikki gameplay. I'm gonna say these puzzles suck dick. These puzzles are ass. Right? We're gonna post controversy after controversy, just pointing out the biggest flaws in this game. This fucking puzzles needs to change. Okay? We need to delete these puzzles from the game.
Each outfit piece does come with stats for things like cute.
I will be the most toxic Infinity Nikki player.
Sweet and fresh, with higher stat numbers helping you win fashion battles, but these are primarily side activities with no real incentive to engage with outside of small faction-based stories.
You are ass,
you also
I know.
don't need banner outfits to guarantee a win during them. At least I never did at any point while playing. There's also plenty of free outfit pieces that can secure the sweet victory in a flawlessly coordinated or hilariously mismatched clothing instead. Even though it's kind of redundant in terms of gameplay benefits, if the inclusion of a gacha system is a deal breaker for you, then Infinity Nikki hasn't done anything different to change your mind here. Which is a shame, because the rest of the game feels like such a breath of fresh air. The changes made for a casual, younger, and fed-up audience...
There needs to be multiplayer. Please tell me there's multiplayer.
...are why I think Infinity Nikki might be on the same path as Genshin Impact in shaking up the gacha scene. To be clear, I don't like Infinity Nikki so much because I think it's going to be massive. I think Infinity Nikki is going to be massive because of how much I like it. Its individual parts may not sound like much on their own, but when you blend them all together, exploring Mirrorland is a truly joyful, stress-free experience. Infold Games may have taken heavy inspiration from Genshin Impact, but it has managed to create its own signature playground in the process, thanks in a large part to what it hasn't taken from Genshin.
Holy shitty frame rate. They need to fix that shit.
I don't know about Infinity Nikki truly being a Genshin killer, but it sure is nice to see MiHoYo have some proper competition for once. Even if Infinity Nikki ends up struggling to meet my
4 stars, damn.
expectations, I know I'll still be returning to Mirrorland whenever I'm in need of a mood boost, whether that be in the form of humming along to catchy tunes while whim-cycling my way towards various locations, or laughing at the melodrama in future story updates. But
I will create infinite melodrama.
If it does manage to find its audience, well, I wonder what the Infinity Nikki killer will look like. And there you go, that's Eurogamer's review of Infinity Nikki, written by Jessica Orr. You can read more.
Jessica, what a banger fucking review. Holy shit. I legit think you sold me. I think you sold me on the game. I ain't gonna lie. That's insane.
Of her impressions on Eurogamer.net. And if you enjoyed this video, please do feel free to subscribe to Eurogamer and like this video too, and hell, even leave a comment about the kind of outfit you want to
banger
dress up
glazing
as with Nikki,
listen,
if you feel like it.
It was good.
I am going to go and, surprise surprise, play Infinity Nikki, so I'll see you folks next time.
The review was good, guys. What do you want me to say? It was a good review. Fuck it. I'm gonna subscribe to Eurogamer. That was actually a banger review, dude. Guys, you know for a fact, if you've been on this channel, we've been looking at every Nikki video, Infinity Nikki video, and I was just shitting on the game. I was like, I don't really think I'm gonna like it very much. I like fashion games or whatever, or I like fashion in games like Pokemon and Stardew, but this looks like dog shit. I ain't gonna play it. This review literally sold me. Come on. I'm actually excited for whenever the fuck this game comes out. I think December 6th. This actually looks pretty good. I'm excited to play it. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Bye.